I was already in the Bentley, man. I was already in the Bentley, man. I was already gone, man. I was already out of here, man. You feel me? You hear me? All right, man. Let's give a second to warm back up, man. I was already done with my story. I thought everybody had seen the ending. I thought everybody had heard my dramatic ending, and then y'all didn't because when I logged off, it was a lag for everybody else. So it cut y'all off at, I guess, the Eminem story. When me personally, I was already on a Bill Gates story. You feel me? You know. Let me see how far behind you are. So are you hearing everything I'm saying now? How far is it? How many minutes? It's instant. Oh, because I got off of the wireless and I hooked up with the. All right. Man, let me go get me something to drink, man. Just retweet and tell everybody. Yeah, everybody retweet, man. I'm gonna finish the story. I don't even know where I ended at, man. I was done. I was in the car. I was starting up the car, man. I was ready to go. All right, man. Dun, dun, dun. Hey Jeff, I bet we could get this mug super cracking if I like do some like Stephon Marbury type stuff. Like, what are you doing? That boy crazy, man. Man, how many of y'all see Stephon Marbury on Ustream, man? That boy there, man. I'm not making fun of Stephon, man. I'm a big Stephon Marbury fan. I could tell you about all his Georgia highlights, and yeah, that boy used to be just killing it. I remember the game he played against Allen Iverson, but that boy be on Ustream or Justin TV acting a fool, you know. Oh yeah, they might be mad at me if I shout out the other competition. Man, come on, man. I'm a boss, man. Anyways, let me make sure I'm doing this right. I think I got to retweet this to let everybody know that we are live again because it didn't finish the story. Let me take some Twitter questions. I don't know where I ended at. I don't feel like finishing the Eminem story. I think I probably should have stopped anyways before I say something crazy. But hit me on Twitter and just ask me some questions. Everybody saying you ended saying something about M. Yeah, I know. I got to stop that story because I'm glad it might have happened on purpose. It might be my fate for me to not say something about M that could actually be misconstrued and taken and twisted in the media somehow. You know. Um. Um. Okay, I'm just gonna retweet somebody else's link. Shout out to Chamillionaire Venom. You always hit me on Twitter and on the everything. All right. Okay. Now, what was I going to say? After Eminem, I was going to say I ran out of questions, and I'm gonna answer some questions right now on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, hit me on Twitter right now and just ask me a question. I'm gonna do it for a little bit longer because I don't know how much longer I can do this. I just didn't want to leave all abruptly like that. Um, can you actually tell us how many albums sold for the Ultimate Victory? Hey man, I honestly don't know. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how many albums are sold, but I'm gonna look it up and find out. Um, is there any way you can feature with Eminem or SPM? SPM is in jail, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. Eminem, well, Eminem SPM is making songs from jail, right? I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. Eminem is a very hard person to do a song with. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Like Drake, that was a big deal because it just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could. I'd probably write my verse for like 5 days or something to make sure he just don't eat me up like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that would be dope. All right. How did you and Jay Holiday hook up? Um, Jonathan Mannion, the photographer that did my Venom photo shoot, and my Ultimate Victory, and my Sign of Revenge photo shoot, he actually hooked me up with Jay Holiday. Because he messes with Jay Holiday in their camp, and Jay Holiday a cool person, man. I actually told him, hey man, I want to do something with you. I'm gonna hop on a plane. I'm gonna send it to you. And he was like, well, can you get to the studio? I was like, yeah, where you at? He told me where he was at. He was gonna be at the Capitol building, and I was like, I'm getting on a plane right now. I'll meet you. And I just got on a plane and went straight to him, and that was the first time I met him, and we just did it. You feel me? I like people that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see. How can a new artist break into the industry? Now, there's probably a whole bunch of y'all that probably want to know the answer to this question. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not all knowing. I'm not omnipotent. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. I know people look at me for business advice and all the stuff. I just kind of know what works for me a lot of times. I can't answer to everybody what's going to work for them. But, man, it's a lot of people doing this rap stuff, man. Everybody ain't being successful, man. Like, I'm a listener, man. If y'all was really telling me that everything that I was doing was whack, I would probably think I was whack. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people there's some people that don't like my stuff, but there's a lot of people that contact me that like the stuff. So I know I'm doing pretty good. And especially if I start having success, if somebody's buying it, then there must be some people that like it. So if you're putting out stuff and you're giving it to everybody and everybody's saying it's whack, you might want to readjust it. You might want to switch your style up. 50 told me go ahead, switch the style up. You might want to do something, man. You can be in your own head and love your songs all day, but if everybody else don't love them, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a way to get something that people want to consume. You know what I mean? And just because they don't want to consume it now doesn't mean that it's not right. You know what I'm saying? It might just not be your time. Timing is everything. Or there might just be one part of your situation that's messed up. You know what I mean? It might be the packaging. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be the best drink in the world in the back of the refrigerator right now, but nobody ever tastes it. Nobody ever tries it because it looks ugly. You know what I'm saying? I see people hand me a demo, and I probably wouldn't listen to it because the demo is the most horrific looking demo I ever seen in my life. Like, it almost looks like you need hand sanitizer to touch the demo. Like, stuff like that, I think presentation matters. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it needs to look good. And I get a demo sometime, and I'll be looking like I'm finna throw it on the counter. And I look at it like, oh, I'm gonna check this out because it looks so good that it makes me want to feel like, somebody put some work in it. This is finna be jamming. And then I'll put it in, and a lot of times it won't be jamming. But sometimes every now and then you'll get a gem and somebody that's kind of jamming. Like, perfect example. I wish I had this dude's page, so I call him out right now. Okay, I don't know what his page is, but his name is J.O. J to the O. That might be his Twitter page. I'm gonna look it up and see what it is. It's a kid that hit me and sent me a link for this kid. The kid, he got some stuff that's kind of jamming. You know what I'm saying? But the only problem is, even in one of the songs, he says, people say I sound like Drake. And I think to me, that's the weakness in it. Because anybody that hears it's going to be like, man, it sounds just like Drake. And, I can tell that he's influenced by Drake, but I heard some stuff that I thought was dope. I was like, hey, that's kind of dope. Like the singing, rapping thing, you know what I'm saying? And then I looked at the picture and he kind of looks like Drake too, like a young Drake. So I was like, I don't know, that might work, you know what I mean? But I think I used to be like that back in the days. I used to be like trying to mimic whatever, and then I eventually grew into my own style. I think when you grow into your own style is when it really starts, blossoming and going further. Like you gotta be a trendsetter. You gotta create a lane that nobody's in, and that's how you're gonna cut through the pack. If you're in the same lane as all the rest of the trap rappers, man, good luck, because it's a million of them doing that. You're going to have something phenomenal. You're going to have the biggest street cartel behind you ever. Or you're going to have the biggest, street buzz. Or you're going to have to shoot somebody. You're going to have to do something to stand out from the rest of everybody else. No, I'm not condoning shooting anybody, so don't twist that. Nobody go shoot nobody. I know some of y'all is a little wacko, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I just think you got to be original. That's my opinion. That's what stands out, in my opinion. Let's see. Another question. Feel like I'm on Maury Povich or something, man. Love the new song. Keep putting out that great. Blah blah blah. Why don't you do a song with Lupe Fiasco? I don't know. I like Lupe. It's just not dope. I just don't know anybody that knows him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw him that one time, that was it. That was the only time I ever really bumped into him. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it happens, I think Lupe's dope. And I actually had a little issue with him in my mind, but it wasn't really even an issue because when I met him, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was mistaken. And then I had a lot of respect for him when I saw his show. His show is crazy. Like rappers nowadays, this is what they do. They be like holding their nuts and they walk back and forth all day. Yeah, put your hands up. Yeah, yeah, we running it. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, you in the red shirt. Yeah. Man, Lupe, that boy be on some like off the wall, just like on the speakers. Like it was just crazy. I was like, you know, I saw him do a show like that and it was crazy. I saw B.O.B. I went to a show and I was in the crowd watching B.O.B. Man, his show I was like, man, that boy there, he's a new artist, but he was a beast with the performance. Like, he was killing it. He had energy. It was just the whole show. And it made you feel like you had your money's worth. Who else? I remember Drake. I went to his show. Everybody was like, oh, it's just hype. I went to his show. And Drake actually had the mic stand standing up there. And then he went and he performed whatever song, whole crowd, girls screaming and everything. Then he stops and walks off the stage, right? And the music is just going. And then it starts getting all romantic and stuff, right? And the girls are just screaming, screaming, screaming. He off the stage. And then he just comes back out and performs another one. Man, it was just like pandemonium. I was like, you know, that's artisticness. It might seem like it was nothing, but he came off the stage and just let the music capture everybody's emotions. And the music was just playing. And I was just looking like, you know, that's a little outside of the box. Like, I never seen nobody do that. Like, no normal rappers that just do shows. I thought that was fresh. I was like, I would have never thought to just walk off the stage and just let the music just capture their emotions and make these women scream. They was just screaming, like screaming for him to come back. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was good. They play off the crowd real well. The DJ stops the music at the perfect time where everybody in the crowd is just saying, you know, whatever line it is. You know what I'm saying? Real fresh. Okay. I don't like you, Cam. Thank you, the hater. All right. You need to come to Miami to perform in concert. I have something set up, so that's coming soon. Well, you and Bone Thugs. Am I featured on Bone Thugs' new album? No, I'm not featured on Bone Thugs' new album. Which unsigned artist do I play? Unsigned artist do I play? I don't know. I don't really listen. I don't listen to a lot. I used to, but I don't no more. Do I still make music with Paul Wall? Yeah, every now and then. You know what I mean? Here's a story. I remember when they're doing Diamonds Exposed, and I didn't want to do it. I was the one that stalled up that record. I admit. You know, they wanted to kind of go a little further with it, but the reason why is for creative reasons. It's not that the song wasn't good, but I was just like, this is the same old. Like, I felt like since me and Paul hadn't done nothing in a long time, we should just come back with something that's like just undeniable. Just, you know what I mean? It was just, to me, it was just okay. You know what I'm saying? It was just okay, and I wasn't cool with okay, so I was just like, you know. And I think they was like, yo, this is what we be on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I was just like, and originally when I had rapped on that beat, it was like a real simple beat. The beat was like, it was like real simple. And then I was rapping on that. That's the reason why I rapped in that pattern. Because it was just super simple. And at first, I wasn't even really a big fan of the original beat they sent. But then after I heard how I rapped on it, I was like, hold up, this kind of jamming. And it was real different. It was weird, but it was different in a dope way, in my opinion. And then they changed the beat to something that's more like them, you know what I mean? And then, you know, that's when it kind of just became the standard, like, we always see this type stuff, you know? And I kind of didn't want to go too much further with it because I was like, it's just okay. And I wanted something spectacular, like, you know? I always used to be like that with Paul. I used to be like trying to push him further and further, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just want the best out of him. Like, people always used to say, well, you know, Cam, he right. Now, Paul's a talented dude, man, but I think that he's a sponge. He picks up very well. If he's around Kiki, his work ethic, he'll pick it up. If he's around me, he'll pick up mine. And I just was used to be like, overly pushing it, like, man, you could be bigger, you could be better. You know what I'm saying? Then I know this is gonna sound crazy. I don't want nobody to twist this, but I used to be like trying to make Paul embrace his white side, like, because I used to be like, man, let me explain that so nobody don't get this twisted. We used to go to shows for a while when people didn't really care about me. They used to really like care about Paul. Like, it used to be white kids, and some of y'all know because y'all was them same people that used to be in wherever, Waco, wherever we was at. And they'd look at me and they'd be like, man, Chamillionaire, I'm your biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? And they'd look at me just like this, right? And then they'd look at Paul and they'd be like, Paul, oh my goodness. And they used to look at him like he was the messiah of like just white people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just amazing when I would be standing there looking at how they would just be staring at this dude like, man, I can't believe that's Paul Wall. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? You're inspiring me to make me think I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, man, you need to run with that, man, because, Paul makes a lot of music that black people just love. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, you need to make some of that junk that, man, you need to make that's how Get Your Mind Correct was. Like, honestly, Paul Wall and Get Your Mind Correct sounded like the white Paul Wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the other day, that sounds like something that's just global. It's just, I'm not the type that used to something, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now he's like, it's the Paul Wall, some, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh no, man, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that was just rooting like he was the white hope. You know what I'm saying? He still is to a lot of people. But I just think that side, I know I might sound crazy, man. I don't want to just sound like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Paul know what it is, man. Just my opinion. And I am just stating my opinion. That's why we have outlets like this. Social media allows us to go straight to our fans and connect with them. You feel like you know me, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you get a side to learn what I think. And, I know I stutter a lot sometimes, but I think that's part of the flair. You feel me? I stutter, you know what I'm saying? But that adds a little spice to the conversation. Everything ain't perfect. All right, let me get some more questions and then I'm going to, it's like, what time is it, man? I'm like killing my studio time right now. I'm supposed to be working, man. I'm supposed to be turning in my stuff for my album, man. Y'all got me over here playing around. Hey, I don't know where we're at. Keep on routing it, man. Keep on retweeting it. Keep on doing whatever the heck you call it. I need Jeff to jump out of, he can't jump out of a helicopter because he might hit his head in the blades. But yeah, he could jump out of a plane. And we'll film that, man. I need to be number one, man. I don't know if we gonna get it tomorrow if we don't get it today, because tomorrow it might go down. Like, we need number one. So if y'all wake up in the morning, keep on doing it, man. Everybody retweet. Stop playing with me, man. I'm still in here. I'll stay for a little bit longer if y'all just keep retweeting while y'all watching me. Keep on doing it. Good morning on iTunes. Pound good morning on iTunes. Keep retweeting it. Are you ever coming to Minnesota? Also, how many tracks will Venom have? I don't know. I'm trying to give y'all money's worth. Why weren't you on Still Tipping? Still Tipping. I don't know, man. You have to ask them. It's just, I don't know. At that time, we was going through the whole friction thing, man. I don't know. I don't blame them for not putting me on Still Tipping. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was the big bad Cooper. Bad guy, You should just be like, F it. What was the light bulb idea that you came up with the other day? Man, y'all be watching. Y'all got some good memories. I don't want to say what it was, but it was a good one. It was a big idea. All right. In your mind, you're way better creatively when you're solo. I'm way better creatively when I'm solo. Yes. Think about it. A lot of people have ways they work. I'll be like, when a whole bunch of people are in and they're all throwing ideas, it kind of throws me off. I kind of know the skeleton, and I'm not as good like that. You know what I mean? When all these people are coming in saying, yo, let's do this. Like, I went to Polo to Don. I went to him like for 3 days. And I don't think this ever happens with anybody, that they go with Polo for 3 days and don't come out with nothing. Like, that don't happen. Because Polo is a beast. He knows hits. He knows, but the way he works, he gets in the studio. They get all this food. They start talking about Kobe basketball. They got like 100 people in there. Everybody's throwing ideas into the song, and it just wrecks my brain. I couldn't, like, one dude was in there. It's like, yeah, we need to say, shake that girl, shake that girl. And I was just looking at him like, man, bro, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And I just shut down after that. I was like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then he played a lot of records for me, and then he played some smashes, and I was like, oh, I want that one. And he was like, nah, son. You know what I'm saying? And he kept going another tracks, and I was like, who you holding that for? R. Kelly, who you holding that for? He wouldn't give me the ones that I wanted, but then he was like, yeah, what about this one? And he was trying to make me make one, but his curse is he had too many good tracks that he wouldn't give me those though. So I was like, man, what I got to do to get one of those, man? And then he like had one song that, it was like, it was somebody, Bobby Valentino or something, and he was like, cry your eyes or something. It was like a girl hit, and I was like, that's fresh, but that ain't me. I can't do it. And then, Polo opinionated. He was like, man, son, this is it. You better get this. Matter of fact, real talk, no lie, I promise, on everything. He played the Nelly and Fergie song for me. Fergie mother effer representing from the MIA, something. And I was like, she was ripping it. Fergie was ripping the heck out that track. She was cursing and whatever. And I was like, man, this ain't me though. You know what I'm saying? This is a smash for somebody else, not me. And then later on, I saw Nelly had that track. But it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And I know I look bad when I left, and I ain't take nothing, but I got a respect for the boy. The boy is a beast. He kills it on the beats, but sometimes it's about chemistry, man. It just, some things work and some things don't. And at that moment, I could sense it when it's right. It just wasn't. That ain't the way I work. A lot of times I just like to be in my own mind. They'll send me the track, and I just sit in my corner and just think. And I'll think up what fits. And when I get it, I get it. When I get the melody that works, I'm like, yeah, this that melody. And I'll wake up and I'll hear the melody, and it just won't be able to get out my head. And I'll just know it's a good melody because it's something so catchy that I'll remember it. I'll be in a shower and the melody will just be in my head. I won't be able to lose it. And that's the way it works. And I'll be like, that riding dirty melody. I didn't even have no words. I was just like, the melody was just there. And I just, the words just came out of that, And that's how I think a lot of times. It's in melody. Like, I'll just be hearing a car drive by, and then I'll just be hearing melody. I don't know why it's like that. It's really weird, so people don't understand it. Some people that respect it, they be like, all right, we'll let him do it his way. And then some people that don't, they just be like, nah, bro, this is how we finna do it. I'm going to tell you how to do this, and we finna go back and forth. And a lot of times it takes too long for a new producer to actually learn me. And he trying to tell me something that fit me, and it don't fit me. You know what I'm saying? I can easily be like, nah, that don't fit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they send me all kind of tracks. I've been getting tracks lately from people. It'd be like, swag this, and it just be like, man, it'd be like just a lot of stuff. I'm like, man, I can't do that just for somebody else, man. If somebody send me a track, no disrespect to nobody, but if I hear it and instantly it sounds like it's for Shorty Low, and somebody's on a hook doing a hook for me that sound like Shorty Low but ain't Shorty Low, trap boys and the trap stars, some like a trap, some, hey, and it's just like, yeah, Cam, that's for you. Come on, man. Like, that could probably work for somebody else, but it's not for me, G. And that's my hardest struggle when it comes to dealing with people that don't know me. I just got to argue this stuff all day, and they'll be like, nah, that's a hit, because everybody think they know what a hit is. Everybody got an opinion about what a hit is. And that's why I turn to social media to y'all, because nobody has the answer. But I figure since y'all buying it and y'all the ones consuming it, we might ask y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could post up every picture from the females that they want to use for the video and be like, hey, man, y'all tell me which of these females is the baddest for us to use. Because you'll go to the video and then they'll all have their opinions. And I'll be like, man, why don't we just ask the people? So they ain't shocked when they see. They already done picked the chicks that they think is the best. Or, they already done picked the cover they think is the best. Or they already done picked the song or the track they think is the best. I think we should give the people more say so. They're the ones investing their money in the music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. But a lot of times the corporate handcuffs be on you. They won't let you do that. Nah, you can't do that, Cam. Why? Because that just ain't the way it's done. But the rules are made to be broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the creative people in the world was crazy. They just broke the rules. Like, people say whatever about Kanye. I think he's genius, man. I really do. I think he just does crazy outside of the box stuff and has propelled him to this super big entertainer that he is. You know what I'm saying? There's a motive behind the madness. I think he knows what he's doing. I don't think you get that big from being stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And all of y'all are just a part of the, y'all are just squirrels trying to get a nut. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I mean, y'all just, part of the whole, it's part of the whole movie, the motion picture, man. Y'all just viewers, you know? I think he knows what he's doing, man. I think a lot of these dudes do, man. Jay-Z, he knows what he's doing. He knows when he's being safe. He knows when he's not saying this and they're saying that about somebody. He does it on purpose, but it's calculated. I definitely think that. You don't get that big by being stupid, Even though every now and then some big entertainers may make us crazy, decisions. But who am I to say what's crazy and what's not? I just worry about me. I try not to get focused. Like the other day, I was leaving the BET Awards, and I bumped into dude from that was doing G Unit, and he was doing G Unit TV. A lot of y'all seen that little video I just did on This Is 50, and I bumped into him, and he was like, "Yo, I'm doing this for G Unit. I want to ask you about the Fabulous." He said Fabulous and Fabulous something with Fabulous and 50 Cent. And I remember seeing 50 Cent's response, but what he was talking about with Fabulous, I wasn't sure. So he wanted my opinion. I was like, man, bro, I don't want to get on camera saying that because I can't talk about that. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. And I kind of think it's a mistake when artists do that. They always just butt into other people's business. Like, just, like right now, if they ask, like, something big had happened, and then they'll go ask the most random person that has nothing to do with it and then set him up to talk about it. Like, it's not even none of your business. Like, you can be a spectator in your own home and just pay attention and have your opinion around your boys. But when you start going to the media with an opinion, man, you better be careful for that backlash. You better be careful. And if that's what you want, then cool, do it. But don't be surprised later. People be surprised. Like, that's why I don't talk about nothing. When 50 Cent dissed me, everybody had something to say. Well, he ain't dissed me. Well, he kind of did, but I just knew what was going to happen if I responded anyway. I knew people was going to come at me and it was just how it was going to twist. I'm going to be in New York going and some dude in a G Unit jacket, think he hard, going to be like, oh, what's up? You want to beef with Fifth? Just all that nonsense. And I didn't want to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to deal with all that. So I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just knew that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how 50 get down. Like, if you want to play that game, play it. Hats off to him. Respect. From a fan's point of view, it's a big dog status, but that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's a part of the reason what the Venom is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here for people's entertainment. And, you put on display for people to just, you could be dying right now on camera and it's entertaining to people. You know what I'm saying? And I can't do it, man. Can't do it. Eventually, over time, this entertainment stuff, man, it could be a drainer to you. It could kill you. You know what I'm saying? People have no idea what the type of stuff that you go through. Like, I sit and look at my life and the things that I go through on a daily basis. Like, I got a call today, and just the craziest call. A couple crazy calls. And I was just like, I wish I could just let y'all see what the heck you go through when you're in a position like this. You know what I'm saying? I actually have a line in my album where I'm saying that. I was like, it sounds crazy, it's ironic, but man, being the richer person might be worse, because who you think they're going to come after when they water don't work? You know what I'm saying? Everybody in a recession, who they coming at, they coming to you. And then man, you don't want that. It's just, people be like, oh man, F it. I'd rather have the money. I'm a ball out. Man, you're going to have so many problems, because even if you try to just stay on your own and mind your own business, man, they're going to come for you. Everybody's going to come. Uncle Sam's going to come. You see what's happening to all these rappers, man. Like, the Jack Boy's going to come. The Hood going to come. The fans going to come. Your baby mama going to come. Your family going to come. Everybody's going to come for it, because you're like fresh meat. And, it'll drive you crazy, because you'll get to a point where you're going to be boxing yourself out from everybody. So you're going to be almost alone in your mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like I was just listening to Kid Cudi's album. That's kind of like he almost seems like he's going through it and he's experienced fame so quick. Like how is he already? It's already too much for him. He's already like, man, because he's already got to block himself from out. Like I think I heard one line on there. He was like, "I'll see you in hell." I was like, whoa, like see you in hell. Wow, that's some powerful words. You know what I'm saying? But he's deep when it comes to the music and just in personal. Like I mean, personally, because I saw him. I mean, I talked to him and he's like, yo, I like to, he don't like to email stuff back and forth. He wants to be in the studio. He don't believe it. Like he's like, I like to vibe with somebody and look them in the eyes and be like, yo, this is how we do it. And I respect that because that's like a lost art nowadays. Everybody sends stuff MP3, AIFF, whatever. They sending files back and forth, and it's kind of how a lot of stuff's recorded because people's schedules don't match up, and it's very impersonal. Like even now, people won't even call you no more. They just tweet you. You know what I'm saying? Or they email you or text you like, things have changed and it just makes people more accessible and some people still appreciate the old way of doing things. Like you could be right across the street. Like my engineer could be in there right now tweeting me. I'll be like, man, why don't you come in here? Like, why you tweeting me? You know what I'm saying? Some people appreciate that, but let's see, man, how much longer I got? Not much time, man. I'm trying to get you all your money's worth. You didn't pay for nothing, but I feel like your time is money. So appreciate it. Let me see a couple more questions. Okay. I feel you. Message erased. Everybody keep routing this. I wasn't feeling good morning, but at first, but you'll have different stuff on Venom. I wasn't feeling good morning at first. Are you going to get a Venom lizard chain? No. What the heck? All right, looks like we're running out of questions, man. So, all right, hopefully everybody's seeing this and I'm not lagging. Am I lagging in there? Jay, am I lagging in there? Are you watching it? I just want to make sure when I'm logging off that they're seeing it. You on? All right, man. Everybody keep on retweeting. Everybody keep on retweeting. Good morning. Available. Good morning on iTunes. Pound good morning on iTunes. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. And I'll do this again once I get the video. Once they tell me that the video is ready to go, I'm going to put it up. I'm going to actually do something on Ustream. So Universal's emailing me right now. I don't think they realize everything we're doing. They're emailing me, we're moving up on iTunes right now, man. It's going crazy, man. The numbers is crazy. We're selling like crazy, man. I don't know what's happening. So I appreciate all y'all support, man. The minute I get the video and I'm allowed to, I will, even if it's tomorrow, I'm going to go live. You know what I'm saying? If they let me do it, I'll let y'all know and I'm going to put it up and we're going to go in. All right. It's your boy Cooper signing off. Chamillionaire.com. Stay up on the Twitter game. Retweet. Good morning on iTunes. Yeah. I was about to do some Stephon Marbury on y'all, man. All right, man. I'm out, man. I got work to do, man. Y'all like wasting my whole studio time, man. That's one less song on my album, man, because of y'all. Boss. Out.